Hi guys, welcome back. There's another short video. I'm gonna do a little catch up, and I think I'm gonna call this one a gay swatch episode or something like that. It's just like something short and sweet, and just like a little catch up of what I've been knitting, what I have been sewing, what plans that I'm been doing, and I also last time I talked about a little bit of reading, which by the way I have thoughts about that. But if you're interested in see what I have been doing in the past 2 weeks, then just keep on watching. So welcome back. I have no makeup. I decided just to turn my camera on. I have no problem being in front of a camera without no makeup. This is as unfiltered and as raw as it comes. I don't have a plan. I don't have anything written down. I don't have anything. So we are gonna go with the flow. I usually do a little catch up at the beginning, and then I talk a little bit of the knitting and then the sewing, and I trickle down. I know some people hate that I start talking about my life because you're not into it, and I totally respect that. I always have a timestamp, and I have all the links and whatever in the description box below. So just click on that little triangle that is facing down, and it will open all the information, and you click and you jump into whatever you want to jump into. Okay. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm back home, and if you have seen my videos before, I am back home finally. Today is Friday, July 29th, and I think I talked to you all like 2 weeks ago or something. After I talked to you all, I went to the West Coast, and I went to a museum especially dedicated to bobbin lace making. So bobbin lace making is just the old way of making lace. This tradition was just brought to Puerto Rico from Spain, and Spain and Europe and all around the world. Lace was made by hand back in the day. For us, it's very traditional to use as decoration for men and women's pieces of clothing, especially for babies, layets, and just kind of your start kit as a wife. Pretty much your napkins, your linens, your bed stuff was decorated with bobbin lace. Down in Puerto Rico, they use very thin mesmerized cotton thread, and although I know there's other countries in the world that still have this tradition, they have the very unique way of doing it, we are very proud of what we have done, and to have a town that was for some reason specialized in a way. A lot of women in their spare time will take orders and make you some lace by hand. When I went to school, I took a class, and I knew how to do basic stitches from my grandmother. She was a prolific lace maker, and eventually I was not into it at all, but I passed all my materials and all my gadgets to my mom, which she took the same class that I took at the university down in Puerto Rico, and she learned how to make lace, and she loves it. So she has 2 boxes that you make your lace in, and they are pretty much cushions. They were all made in cushions because you use pins to make some of the knots, and you're knotting all this bobbin kind of little pieces of wood, which it has a thread on it, and you just make kind of like a tangle or just a pattern by just crossing threads to each other. I am not an expert in bobbin lace making. I'm trying to be as basic as possible and as simple as possible. I know there are probably some other videos, and I want to try to see if I can find one that will explain this in more detail, but I'm just telling you how I see it. Just FYI. So I have this book. It's called the encyclopedia, the complete encyclopedia of needlework. If you don't have this book, I will advise you to make the investment, and if you can find it secondhand, even better. I got this book in 1998, and I had it ever since. It explains all kinds of needlework techniques there are. And here it explains knitting, crochet, tatting, all that. The difference with bobbin lace or pillowcase, like they call it here, is that instead of using one thread and loop it around and move it around, you're using more than one thread that you wind into dowels. And there's a perfect example here. It gives you also the story of it, which I am not going to read for you, but it's quite interesting. And in Puerto Rico, there you can find some of the dowels that are made with different wood, and some of them are carved and different width, length, all that. So they become quite a commodity, and they're quite expensive. Now they make it by machine, so it's not, I will not say they're not as precious as back in the day, but in this museum that I went, they were showing some, and I'm gonna have some footage of that. You wind your thread, more than one, into it, and then you start making your lace using a pillow, and you pin your threads and you just wrap them around. It gets, you know, here there's very simple, the first stitches that you learn, and then it gets more, you know, elaborated and intricate, and the outcome is a beautiful, gorgeous lace. And I'm not kidding, some of these are so amazing. And I think also the thinner the thread, the more I don't know, like lugs, and I don't know what else. So I'm going to just put some music over the footage. So without further ado, let's see the footage of it.
Cafecito en la mañana, me pone en la cama, y amigo con mis panas, tú eres lo que he soñado. Yo amo a esa mujer, hago lo que tenga que hacer, para juntos morirnos viejitos, ser la envidia todo será. Tú eres lo que soñaba, tú eres lo que quería, la que enamoró mis ojos y robó mis poesías. Tú eres la que soñaba, tú eres la que quería. Adiós, sé que esa mujer es lo mejor que le ha pasado a mi amor sin interés. Me aprieto pa' que me beses. Ese cruce de miradas que solo las dos personas entienden. Cuando éramos amigos me parecía imposible, y ahora que nos amamos mi vida sin ti sería más que terrible. Porque mi amor siento muy fuerte, me enamoró ese mirar, baila conmigo lentamente, que la luna no había brillado. Tú eres lo que soñaba, tú eres lo que quería, la que enamoró mis ojos y robó mis poesías. Tú eres la que soñaba, tú eres la que quería. Adiós, sé que esa mujer es lo mejor que le ha pasado a mi vida. Sabemos yo quién soy, solo un soñador. Por eso sueño contigo esta noche. Mami, te salgo más, no es curiosidad, es una intensidad, ojalá notes. Porque mi amor siento muy fuerte, me enamoró ese mirar, baila conmigo lentamente, que la luna no había brillado. Tú eres lo que soñaba, tú eres lo que quería, la que enamoró mis ojos y robó mis poesías. Tú eres la que soñaba, tú eres la que quería. Adiós, sé que esa mujer es lo mejor que le ha pasado a mi vida. Tú sabes. dedico la canción soltera.
La canción soltera, yeah.
Se ve que ella no está puesta para el amor. Yeah, yeah. Pero eso cambiará cuando ella me vea, girl.
Porque lo sepas.
Porque ella me ha cupido a pedirle un favor. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me bese ya y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras hacer.
Quiero hacer lo que tú quieras hacer.
Repetiría una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer. Y yo lo quiero, ya no va conmigo. Ya quiero ese hombre que me sepa amar, que me además de novia también sea amigo. Sos justo, no veo, qué casualidad. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente mágico solo al abrazarte. Tú has prendido esa llama que arde. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Sé que de locos, pero yo te amo. Yo ya no sé ni decirte. Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me bese ya y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras hacer.
Es que todas tus amigas te dicen nada. Yo voy a llorar un río como maná. Baby, a ti te adoro y lo sabes bien. Y me aseguro no te hieran otra vez. No me digas que no. Es que el miedo lo jode. Lo que tuvo sentido por mi bebé, yo pa' ti estoy. No puedo vivir sin eso, sin tus caricias y tus besos. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente mágico solo al abrazarte. Tú has prendido esa llama en tu arte.
So I have some examples of some lace that my mom have made for me. She has way more in her house, but this is one of the first one that she ever made. This is in a salmon color, and this one was quite easier. No leaves. There's some flowers and some leaves that you made, and those take quite some time. So this is looks very intricate, but for her she said that it was easier. I think I have 2 yards here if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not going to unravel for you. I am actually very glad that I got into this one. And then she made this one for Christian gown that I was working on, and I think we ended up using another one. I think also there's 2 yards here, and I think I needed it more than what she made, so I didn't end up using this one. But this is another perfect example of some bobbin lace that my mom had made, and I cherish it like it's gold, because it's actually gold. It's just you know, it's unvaluable. And I used to make Christine gowns back in the day, and my mom used to make the lace for me. Now I have some that I have from leftovers from my actual business that I used to have. This one, I don't know why she made it for, but this I was so excited to use, and I will probably use someday for a baby. Can you imagine? This would be the edge of the dress, and then some here, kind of like this, I don't know, or like across, and then attached by hand. That would be amazing. But beautiful lace, and like I said, she had so many in her house, and I wish she will give them all to me. Because I don't know, I just probably for whenever I have a grandkid, this will be used. Anyway, let's talk about knitting. I think the only thing that I worked on was my Komoberi by Porks Epics. I talk about these things that I brought with me to Puerto Rico, and I think I found a pattern for this yarn that I'm super excited, and I think I will be super excited to knit in, but I'll keep you guys posted. Knitting wise, I have not done a lot of progress. I think last time we talked, I was about to start the third set of bubbles, and I was going super fast until I got into this area here, and I have been struggling for the past 2 weeks just to finish. I have one bubble row to go, and then I have the last one, and I'm gonna be done. I think after I finish that, I will go faster. I'm not kidding, it takes me, I will say, like an hour to just go through a row, which it feels like is a lot, but it is actually a lot. I feel like I go as slow as snails, or I don't know, I'm so over the bubbles, and they're so time consuming. Besides that, when I finish that, I have a little bit more lace to go, and then I will start with the hem, and then I think it will be just the sleeves, and we will be done. They're short and cropped. So I have some yarn. I was a little concerned, but I think I'm gonna be okay. So after that row, let me see how many rows I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2, that's 14 to start the after the last bubble, to start the rib. And I think the rib is kind of like 2-inch wide, so I may see if I want to do such a wide band, but I think just to finish it, I think I just have put so much work into this that I think it definitely needs I don't know, it feels like a nice frame, that a rib sometimes. So short sleeve, I think it goes up to here, and I cannot wait. I hope next time we have a full episode where I run down through it. I think I find now when I get into the bubble part that in my podcast, regular podcast, I talk about this sweater being my love in my relationship with Keanu Reeves, which is my I don't know, it's just my platonic boyfriend, but I think now we have bumped into some roadblocks because I think this is taking way too long, but equally enjoyable or joyful. I feel like it's a never-ending torture, but it's something. It has been like 2 months since I started this sweater, and I have worked just on that. Let me see if I can find the other sweater. Hold on, I'll be back right. Okay, Carlos just asked for lunch, and I was just like, I'm done! It's not been a week since I've been making lunch, and I'm like done with the lunch, dinner, and breakfast situation. Let's talk about this quickly. Guys, I'll put the name in here because I don't remember. I'm not loving this. I think it's too wide. Can you see it? So I don't know if to finish it and see, but it's quite wide. So let me put it on. Oh my god, my belly's up. Hold on. So there's a lot. I will say like a fourth of the sweater is extra, which probably that's what I wanted her to go for. So I don't know if to finish it and then just be done with it, or I don't know. What do you guys think? Just give me some feedback, because I don't know how to feel about this sweater right now. I have lost completely steam on it, and I have not touched it since I think last we talked. Cannot talk. Anyway, the other one that I finished the body is this one, and I was debating if I wanted it to be short sleeve now that I'm going to move into a warmer climate, or if I want long sleeve, and I think I may go and do some short sleeves. I should do some short sleeves on it and then call it a day. It's just such a pretty sweater that I don't want it to be too warm, and then I'm not going to be able to use it. But after finishing the bodies and finishing the rib, I didn't do too much to it, so I left it here. And and I didn't take it with me because I knew that mohair and the heat didn't mix. So that's why I'm thinking, should I just do long sleeve or what? I don't know. Just help me. Maybe I'm doing this video just so you help me. Okay, sewing wise, last time we talked, I made a bikini and it was a one shoulder one. I was so excited, and I went ahead and I made another bikini using that snake skin print, that hot pink, and I'm going to insert some footage that is a shot for Instagram, so they're gonna look skinny, but let me show you my progress. Okay, good morning. It's 11 a.m. Mom and I made plans yesterday to leave the house really early because there's a museum that we wanted to check that out. She's waiting. She complained yesterday I was killing her, and she is like bent over, not using her knees, waiting. Okay, and I am in this top, which is halfway done. However, this is the lining. I have to put the elastic on the sides and the elastic on the back, and then we have to do the band and we'll be done. It looks hella good. So far I was a little concerned that it was going to be too small, but band I think it's going to be quite cute. Right now it feels very secure, but like I said, we have some elastic, I think, to just cinch it up, or I don't know, but that's the update. That thing, that humming that you're hearing, is the air conditioning, because yes, I am in the air conditioning. But I was able, mosquitoes and heat beside, to finish one bathing suit, the top. I love, it looks so good on. I may post another picture of my booty when I finish. Love how the construction of this one. For the other one, the one that I made with the one shoulder, you have the outer and then you have the lining raw edges, right? You insert the elastic and then you fold, and everything including the elastic get encased. This one, it's not. You see, I did run a stay stitch just because I didn't want the lining to show. Another difference is that the straps have elastic and the under the bust band, and the elastic is quite thick, and I love that. It's quite thick, but it's not, it doesn't cut into me. You also have elastic under the arms and on the back, and to that you attach right sides together, you attach the top, and then to that selvage you add your elastic, and you bring run sides together, and you have everything in case. You also have, and it's double lined, the front part, and you have some pockets to add those little foam pads, or bust pads, and I like to use those because it just makes everything look smoother and kind of like. So that high-waisted collective bikini by Swing Style Patterns, I really enjoyed making the top. The bottom was super easy. I thought it was not as difficult as the other one. None of them are difficult. The reality is that the technique was different. So for this second one, the elastic was encased inside between, or sandwiched between, the outer and the lining, so you don't have any kind of folded nothing elastic. So I thought it was going to be more seamless and whatever. I didn't mind it on the bottom part where the legs opening, or where the legs are. The elastic is just on the back, just to prevent it from sagging or moving, whatever, which it was quite cute. However, the waistband, I was not a fan. The previous, you attach the elastic to the waistband, or you add it to the edge of the bodice before you attach the waistband, and then you have the elastic kind of just sandwich in between the actual waistband and the actual bottom, right? And I found that one was more comfortable than the second one, which you add the waistband and you insert the elastic, and you have elastic kind of like just runs through that waistband, and I didn't like it. I did exactly what she said. It was quite snug. When I wore it, it started to cut into my skin and it started to curl as well. So I definitely prefer the previous bottom. I prefer the look, everything, than the second one. I was just not happy with it and just even left it in Puerto Rico. So, but I'm gonna insert some pictures of me wearing it in all size. I know, whatever. It's my body. I'm a grown adult and I just wanted to show and share my experience of making bikinis. Besides that, I didn't do any more sewing. I was gonna do a dress, but I decided not to, and I brought all the fabrics and they're all right here with the patterns and all the trims and all the elastic and everything, so I cannot wait to get into it. I think swimsuits, they look very intimidating, and I was quite intimidated, but you know, you're probably gonna have some issues at the beginning trying to figure out how to attach the elastic and do it with your serger and the zigzag length and width and all that. But when you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. So I'm excited to move into lingerie and start doing like underwear and then bralettes soon. So I'll keep you guys posted, because I think that's one of the things that I'm not, I cannot find what I actually want in an underwear bottom. I like my panties quite high, and my mom always said that those bikinis were awful for your waist, and I will attest to the fact that when I have changed to high-waisted underwear. Now I think it's been like 9 months, and my waist have become smaller, and I feel like I have a little belly, but it's not as sharp as before, where my bikinis used to sit right there. So I had like a puff, I don't know, I had some excess, okay, some excess fat, everything was like hanging in there. Anyway, so I'm excited to do probably like high-waisted, high-cut brief, or I want to do like some cheeky, some lace ones. You know, I would love to have a full cover, like super lacy and sexy panties. I don't know, I feel like everything that you find that is high-waisted looks so grandma-ish, and I'm in for the grandma whatever, but sometimes you want to be like grandma hoey, is that word? Anyway. So that's it for sewing. Let's open some packages. Okay, so for this I have some scissors and some packages. One is a box with books that we will go through it. I finished that book, and I'll put the name in here because I totally forgot, because I'm waiting for another one of her books, which I rave about it. Guys, the last 3 chapters, I was not into it. I was devastated. I was like sad and sick and done with this book. I was just like, why do this? Which she probably wanted that from us. She wanted that reaction, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't read for like, I want a better ending. So I was not excited about the ending, but I survived and I ordered another book. So this is a package from Homespoon House, Molly. I am a Patreon. I sign up for, I don't know which tier, but you get every month a couple of mini skeins. Or 10 gram. Oh my god, look at this one. Oh, it's so good. Okay, what is this name? Hold on. So this is for the month of May, the green is emerald, I guess. Pour some sugar on me, I guess it's this one, and then I guess this is foxglove. So I have so many minis that, guys, like, I can get rid of all my yarn, but I will never get rid of my minis because they make me happy. And I think one day I'm just gonna knit them all into a blanket, into a sweater. They're gonna be all over draping to my body, but they are the kind of, they remind me like bonbons, like candy, right? Like, you have a little piece of candy, makes you so excited and so happy. And I think that's the same feeling that I get every time I see a mini. I'm just like, oh my god, it's just like a pink starburst or something like that. So May, I cannot wait for June and for July. So the other package that I received is from Skein Cocaine. She sent me some yarn that I have not seen. It came in this little baggie, and the note says, "Hi Em, I couldn't help myself, but you are under no obligation to knit with this, but maybe you want to knit another striped sweater. I mean..." We said that we are not going to do any more striped sweaters, but I may change my mind. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, it's called Perfect Palette in the pastel colors, and I know she has it came in this bag. She has a knit along going. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to keep you here. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let me get this together and I will show you guys. Okay, so here is how I arrange it, from kind of like the cream color going to a more, no, this is more yellowish, to a creamy, to a very faint pink, to a peach. I don't know, should this be here? Should that be better? I don't know, I can play with this so much. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, I have a new toy. Anyway, but those are the colors, and I mean, it looks like just candy. Just what I have said in the previous set of minis. This feels like just rainbow in my table. It's just so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm in love with this. I know these are totally necessary and they're gorgeous, but you guys know I'm a pink girl at heart, so that's where my eye goes first. But I think I definitely will make another striped sweater. I think this needs a moment in my wardrobe, and I cannot freaking wait. It's just oh my god, look at this one. It's growing on me, and this one, and they all okay. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Gina. This was so extra, but I am dying for it. So I'm gonna put it back where it came in. And yes, I definitely need, it looks summer, it looks fresh, it looks weightless, it looks like it's just lightweight, it's just not fussy. This palette looks just effortless, summer vibes. It's just like everything, just like fresh linens, you know what I mean? Just like yeah, your linens blowing in the backyard with the breeze, smelling of all the flowers that you have planted in your garden. And I'm just gonna stop myself because I can't keep going on and on and on. Let me open my other package, which this I'm subscribed to Book of the Month, and I think I signed up for this a long time ago, and I have so many credits. So they sent me a message and they were like, you're gonna lose some credits. So I got 3 books because I had 2 credits that needed to be used right away. If not, I was gonna lose them. So I was just like, okay, let's do it. So very easy summer read. You guys know I don't like heavy sometimes, and right now I'm like the yarn that I just opened by Skein Cocaine, I want breezy, easy, fresh, just my linen, bed sheets just blowing on the backyard, just getting hit by the warm sun and all the scents of summer. So Catherine Center, The Bodyguard, supposedly it's just like a quick read, and I cannot get into this. I need to start reading more. I need to make more time. I think I was reading quite a lot, but I just arrived a couple of days ago. I have not opened anything. I have so many books to go through, and I don't know, it just feels the more I read, the faster I go. Another one that it was on my queue for a long time, no, for a couple of months, it was The Lost Apothecary, can I say the word, by Sarah Penner. Is also a very light, and I think now that fall is coming and I want to read a little bit of spooky books, I may hold this one up for later on. I don't know, maybe remember what it was, what is the plot, but yeah. And then another one that I couldn't leave behind, and it's quite thick, is this one, The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle. I don't know what is it about. I don't care. It sounds a little bit more serious than the other previous two, but I mean, it has the keyword sewing. So I was like, we are reading it. So I will let you guys know how this goes. I like those knitting circles, sewing circle, crochet circles. I feel like, I don't know, just that interaction with women that craft, and we have some you know, just some hobbies and books that emphasize that. I think we need more in our lives. So those are the 3 books that I received this month, and I have tons in it, ton to read, ton to sew. I need a lot of time, hence that I don't have. But now that I'm going to probably not sew as much as I was, and I need to pack this room, I need to make myself read at least for an hour. So if you have any pointers on how to make myself read more, just let me know, because I struggle a little bit. Some people say get a Kindle. I know the Amazon Prime week have passed and I forgot to get it. I always do the same thing. I'll have to probably wait for the next one. But I am a book kind of person, but probably I need to become more avid, or for me to become again an avid reader, maybe I need to have both, a little bit of a Kindle in my purse and a book at night or something like that. Anyway, that's it. Short and sweet, I hope. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this while I knit and see if I can finish those freaking bubbles, and I can move into another sweater because I need it. Okay, this sweater stinks so bad. I think I said that last time, but it stinks. Anyway, this is